Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, believe in the gospel in truth and sincerity. Alright, so this one's going to be titled, Might Get Uncomfortable This Summer, because, as we can see, being talked about is these rolling blackouts, which, America, these people not looking for it. All right, I just want to say that these people not looking for blackouts to happen. They're not looking for a famine to happen. They're not looking for death to happen. All right, they're in peace and safety. As a matter of fact, Salakia. As a matter of fact, we're going to start off with that scripture real quick. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. All right, a thief in the night. A thief don't warn you. All right, he's not gonna let you know when he's coming. He's gonna come when you least expecting it. And likewise, the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, when things really gonna start happening, these people, they're not gonna see, when it came, pretty much they're in for a rude awakening. I love to bring the scripture out when talking about that because this describes these people here in America to the T. Verse 3, for when they shall see peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right. And then that's the spirit that they're in. They're in the peace and safety spirit. All right. They done lifted up the mandates. All right. They done opened everything back up. But for what purpose? That was to lay you people back to sleep. Now, the second time around, when things start happening, you people that, that pretty much fell back asleep, wasn't taking heed to what was being said or what was going on, in the real world. And I say real world because when these people fell back to sleep, all right, they pretty much fell to sleep in a false reality, man. All right, thinking that things going back to normal, but no, man. But when it happens, you're not gonna escape this one. You're not gonna escape this one. Verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that the day shall overtake you as a thief. And that's speaking to us of the hopeful elect. We're not of darkness, and that's, all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because we have this truth, this light. We can see this devil from 1,000 miles away, man. All right. Ye are all children of the light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of the darkness. All right. And pretty much this is one of those things, and this is one of those cases where, all right, these people will be caught like a thief in the night, man. It says, rolling blackouts to affect over 1 billion people as energy crisis worsens. All right. And once again, we know that, all right, the elites of Edom, they're mainly behind this on the left-hand side, of course, because, I always got to say this. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is doing in control of all this, but he's using Esau, Edom to make it happen on this planet. All right. Working on these devils' mind to bring it to pass. Hey, the book of Proverbs 21:1 say that the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will, man. All right. So the Lord is controlling these devils to do these things. Why? Because prophecy will be fulfilled. All right. So, we can expect it to get worse this summer, man. Things are already looking bad. The rising gas prices, food prices done risen up. All right. And if I'm not mistaken, we're in a time of inflation, and it's only a matter of time before hyperinflation happen. All right. It says, power grids around the globe will be stretched thin as summer begins. There will be less electricity worldwide to meet the soaring demand for more energy, threatening more than 1 billion people with rolling blackouts. Power grids are already facing issues such as fuel shortages, droughts, heat waves, commodity disruptions, and soaring prices due to the Russia-Ukraine war, and the failed green energy transition that retired too many fossil fuel generation plants. All right, so this is only the beginning stages of, all right, the hell getting ready to happen, and that was the spirit that, the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that, the elders, Salakia, the elder Mu'atazak from LA posted that link to the movie American Blackout, because that was a clear depiction of, what will happen, pretty much if a blackout were to go out, which we know one will happen, all right. But what that movie showed was pretty much these people losing it, all right. These people don't because one scripture that came to mind was 2 Ezra 15, where it says that a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, man, all right. And that's one of the many things that will happen. All right, people not gonna be having pity on others, man, because in their mind they got to survive. To hell with my neighbor. To hell with the outsiders. I gotta feed my family. That's what it's gonna become out here. It says, with all these combined, a perfect storm of blackouts threatens much of the northern hemisphere in the next months. The power crisis is along to Salakia. The power crisis is also going to affect much of the world's top economies. Asia, Europe, and the United States are all regions of concern, as there is not enough power to go around with the expected cooling demands, as households crank up the air conditioning to escape the heat. And you know what scripture come to mind where it says Asia, Europe, and the United States is 2 Ezra 16:1, because these other countries, that have been in bed with Babylon, they're going to feel it too, man. You gotta know that the world is getting ready to feel sorrow, man. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. All right. So not only is America going to feel it, these other nations, they're going to feel it too. All right. The lower level, the peons of the other nations, they're going to feel, all right, the famine. All right. They're going to feel, this destruction also. But America mainly, man, these people going to get hit the hardest. It says, in the U.S., 6 Texas power plants already failed earlier in the month. You see? It says, in the U.S., 6 Texas power plants already failed earlier in the month. All right? Now, we know that region over there is hot as hell, man. So imagine when that power go out and the sun is just beaming on your ass, man. All right? You getting fried out there. All right? Asia's heat wave has already caused hours-long daily blackouts, putting people at risk across Pakistan, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and India. So everybody's feeling it, man. All right, the day of the Lord is going to come upon everybody, man. Let's get this scripture real quick, man. Another scripture that come to mind when I read that, Obadiah verse, see if I can find it, 15, for the day of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So the Lord is getting ready to reward the heathens, all the heathen, man. All right, beginning with the so-called white people here in America, around the world. All right, and the rest of the heathen after them, man. They getting ready to feel, all right, the sorrow in the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, so nobody's going to escape, man. It says, South and East Asia have been experiencing brutal heat waves that force people to put air conditioning on full blast. Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Myanmar, home to a combined 300 million people, have been experiencing nationwide blackouts. 16 of 28 states in India, which has a total of 700 million people, have also been grappling with outages between 2 to 10 hours per day. And we know we can obviously come out of this is Esau bringing in that order, bringing in that help, man. All right. Shoot, Esau won't come with his system, man, and try to get these people to take the charagma, man. Because ultimately, we understand Esau's end game to all this, man. All right, because these devils, they're the ones bringing it to pass, and we understand their end game to all this, man. Which is the beauty of Bible prophecy, is that through Bible prophecy, we know, all right, what's getting ready to happen. All right, we're warning these people, beginning with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, through the Spirit and Prophet Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, we're warning these people that bad times are getting ready to happen, man. People getting ready to howl out here, man. All right, let me get that real quick, because being circumspect is very important. All right, this is Ephesians the 5th chapter and 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All right, so Look, man, those of us that are in the know, all right, we're walking circumspectly through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, we see what's going on, man. But these people, they're asleep. All right, these blackouts gonna hit them like a thief in the night, as well as other plagues getting ready to happen in America and around the world, man. And for the most part, the nations outside of America, at some point, they're aware of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They're aware, all right, what's happening. But these people here in America have no clue, all right? They're distracted, all right? Breads and circuses, man. It says the warnings of blackouts continue as people begin to get ready for their summer in the northern hemisphere. An analyst from the Eurasia Group, Henning Gloystein, said that if major blackouts spread across the world this summer, some form of humanitarian crisis could get triggered in terms of food and energy shortages, all right? So these people are going to be pushed to the limit, man. All right. No food. All right. So pretty much a famine happening. And also those heat waves coming on your ass, man. All right. That's going to be a hell of a time, man. All right. That's why through Yahweh Shem Yahushua is how we deliver ourselves, man. All right. Because it's nothing for the Lord, all right, to feed us. It's nothing for the Lord, all right, to bring that cool wind upon us, man. Because it could be hot outside, but the Lord can make it happen to where you don't even feel it. All right. You feeling a breeze, man. He can turn that heat wave into a breeze. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua is so important to us, man. And a lot of our people going to realize that they should have repented when yet place of repentance was open unto them. All right? It said Wood Mackenzie Ltd. Pointed out that as the grids transition to green energy, their lack of battery storage for solar or wind energy will create instabilities and more stress on grids. You'll be facing a supply scare every time there's clouds or storms or a wind drought for a week. We really expect these problems to get worse in the next 5 years. And Lord willing, ain't going to be no 5 years, man. All right, we hoping Yahweh shall return soon. All right, this year or the next year, man. All right, or whenever he comes back, man. But soon, we hope. All right, these heathens talking about, 5 years, 20 years, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? Me speaking as a man, I personally don't believe they're going to go that far. All right, 20 years, because the way things looking, this earth is more godly than ever, man. All right, you can see the behavior going on around the world. This place is ungodly. Me personally speaking, I don't think Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to let these people continue in their wickedness. All right, he's getting ready to do something soon. Okay, if grids get too stressed and break down in the summer, then there will be potential problems for winter. All right. So I'm going to stop right there on the article. I'm going to post it in the description, Lord willing. If anybody want to take a look at it, you can have at it. But I'm going to get back to the scriptures, man, because these things are spoken of in the scriptures. And, once again, call out Yahweh Shem Yahushua that we have the insight, all right, to, the plagues getting ready to be upon the earth. Salaki. All right. Let me get this scripture in Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10. It says, matter of fact, let me start from 9, man, because we always gotta reverence Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because this is his words happening. This is verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me, right? Yahweh through his son Yahushua is the only power. All right. Yahweh, the Father, and then Yahushua the Son, But there no other power like Yahweh. All right, and his son Yahushua. All right. So when these things happen, you're gonna know that it was Yahweh that spoke through his son Yahushua to make these things happen, man. All right. It says, verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. All right, so the Lord already spoke these things, and guess what? Through his son Yahushua, he has given it through his prophets. All right, he has given it through his prophets to speak also, man. Matter of fact, let me get a scripture dealing with that, just to prove that he gave the word to Yahushua, and Yahushua gave it to his men. All right, this is John 17 and verse 6. It says, I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. You see that? Salakia. And it says, now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. For I have given them, Salakia, for I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. All right. So there you go. So Yahweh gave Yahushua the word, and Yahushua gave the word through his servants, the prophets. All right. All right. And by having this word, all right, we're speaking these things, man. All right. The famine's getting ready to happen. All right. The wars, the wars getting ready to happen. The civil insurrection getting ready to happen. All these things have been given to us through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and we're speaking it. Let me get this real quick. Revelation 19 and verse 10, and it says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. All right. So we have that spirit of prophecy. That's why we can see, even though, the things haven't happened yet. All right. We can see it happening before they do. All right. Through the scriptures. Because let me get an example real quick. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 14, right? It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, right? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. See? So it says for the sword, all right? We know it to be, all right, the modern day sword today to be, all right, what? Guns. All right? The average person that read this, they'll picture a sword, swords in people's hands, and they're running after each other with swords and chopping each other down. You see? Now, I'm not saying that, people won't have, literal swords in their hands. All right? But, the modern day guns, would be, the swords being spoken of in these last days, man. All right? Because a lot of Americans have guns, they're going to be using them, man. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, now, if a person was to read this, all right, they couldn't see it happening. They won't believe. They might scoff at it. Why? Because they have not been given the spirit of prophecy. All right, but beginning with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and the men on down, all right, we've been given the spirit of prophecy to see this. All right, we've been given the spirit of prophecy to to understand the scriptures, man. All right. However, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai gave it to us by measure. We've been able to see it. All right, and a lot of we can expect a lot of things to happen this summer, man. That's gonna lead to, all right, the insurrection of the people, man. All right, these people. There's gonna come a time where these people they gonna get fed up, all right, and finally say the hell with it, man. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Until next time, I say Shalom.